Hello students, this is the first video of the channel and we are going to do mathematics, focusing mainly on sequences, which is part 1 of number patterns. So after this lesson, you are going to know how to identify a type of a sequence, and you're also going to know how to analyze it and also know how to perform required calculations in this section. Okay, so now let's look at the types of sequences. You have an arithmetic sequence, you have a geometric sequence, you have a quadratic sequence, you have a harmonic sequence, a Fibonacci sequence, and a random or nonlinear sequence. So in metric, you are going to focus mainly on these first three. But if you want those extra marks, you also need to know these last ones. Let's look at the arithmetic sequence. So an arithmetic sequence is a sequence where the difference between consecutive terms is constant. So this difference is called the common difference and is denoted by D. So this is the formula we are going to use in this section. This formula is the general formula of the nth term. It's Tn equals A plus open brackets n minus 1 close D. Okay, so now your A is your first term, is the number that comes first in a sequence, and then D is the common difference, and then your N is the position of the term. Okay, so now let's look at an example. Let's solve an example now. Find the 10th term of the sequence 2, 5, 8, 11. This is going to be a solution. So first thing, you're going to write what you have. So you have your first term, which is your A, and it's equals to 2. And then your common difference, it's 5 minus 2, or 8 minus 5, or 11 minus 8, which is 3. That's your common difference. And then your position is 10. Your term position is 10. So now let's write our formula. So this is our general formula, and then we are going to substitute what we have into the formula. So we have the first term, which is your A, in this case is 2, plus the position is 10 minus 1 times the common difference, which is 3. And then when you put that in your calculator, it gives you 29. That's the answer for this question. Okay, so now let's move to problems. Let's try to solve problems now. Please pause the video and try to solve this question. It says find the 12th term of the sequence 4, 10, 16, 22. Okay, so now let's solve it. Our first term is 4. Our common difference is 10 minus 4, or 16 minus 10, which is equals to 6. Okay, so now our N, our position is 12. Okay, so we write it here, and then now we write our general formula, and then we substitute now. T12. This is how you write it. Wherever you see N, you put 12. 12 equals first term, which is 4, plus our position is 12 minus 1. Our common difference is 6. Okay, so this gives us 4 plus 11 times 6, which is 4 plus 66. Okay, so this is your final answer. Please like the video if you got 70 as your final answer. So now let's move on to the second problem. It says identify the common difference of 15, 12, 9, 6. So by now I'm sure you know how to calculate the common difference. It's your T2 minus T1 or T3 minus T2, which is 12 minus 15. It equates to minus 3. Okay, so let's move to the third question. It says if A is your first term and the common difference is minus 2, what is the 8th term? Let's solve it. So Tn equals A plus n minus 1d. Please don't forget to write your formula because it's a mark. 1 mark for the formula, please. So now we're going to say T8, since we're looking for the 8th term, equals first term plus 8th position minus 1. Common difference is what? Is your minus 2, already given. Okay, so you put that in your calculator. This is 7 minus 2. Okay, it's 7 minus 14, which is minus 7. So minus 7 is your final answer. So now let's look at geometric sequences. So a geometric sequence is a sequence where each term is obtained by multiplying the previous term by a fixed number called the common ratio. Okay, so this is the general formula of a geometric sequence. This is how you write it. Tn equals A R common ratio, close brackets, to the power n minus 1. Okay, so your A is your first term, it doesn't change. Your R is your common ratio, and then your n is the term position. Let's look at an example and solve. It says find the 5th term of the sequence 3, 9, 27. So first we're gonna note down what we're given, which is your first term A, and then calculate your common ratio, which is T2 over T1 or T3 over T2. Okay, in this case we get 3 as our common ratio, and then the position is 5, 5th position. Okay, so now we write down our formula, general formula, and then substitute the values. First term 3, common ratio 3, and then position 5 minus 1 gives you 4, and then you'll get 243. Okay, so let's try to solve some problems. The first problem says find the 6th term of 5, 15, 45. So first we're going to note down our first term, which is 5, and then our R equals T2 over T1 or T3 over T2, which is 15 over 5, which gives us 3. Okay, and then now we write down our general formula and substitute. So T6 equals our first value, our first term, sorry, which is 5, times our common ratio, which is 3, to the power 6 minus 1. Okay, 6 minus 1. So that gives us 1, 2, 1, 5. Okay, well done if you got that one right. Let's do the second question. It says identify the common ratio of 100, 50, 25, 12, 5. Okay, so R equals T3 over T2 or T2 over T1, which is 50 over 100, which equates to 1 over 2. Okay, and then the third question says if A equals 2 and common ratio equals minus 3. What is the sixth term? So we're going to write our general formula first and then substitute the values. First term is 2, common ratio is minus 3, our